All right, everyone. Guys, today we're back in the swing of the Algebra 2 content. We're taking lesson 6.1, part 1, and this is going to be arithmetic operations on functions. Okay, so those operations, guys, are addition, subtraction, multiplication. Actually, I'm going to use the dot. Multiplication and division. Those are our arithmetic operations we're going to perform on functions. Our objective for the day is to find the sum, difference, product and quotient of functions. So we're going to be performing these operations on functions. Okay. Function notation, you've heard that word already a lot. Function, okay, function notation. As a reminder, okay, that's when we, instead of, like in Algebra 1, we use y equals 2x plus 3, where y is the range, x is the domain. Guys, function notation, I just butchered that spelling, notation, is when we say f of x equals 2x plus 3. Now that's where the range is a function of the domain. All right, so that's function notation, f of x. All right, so we're going to use function notation a lot. That's why I wanted to make a quick note of that. But let's get to the operations. So we're going to start with addition and subtraction. We're going to do these two operations first. Okay? And so just a quick note, if we're adding two functions, f and g, they're both functions of x, what we're going to do, we're going to take the f function and we're going to add the g function to it. Guys, this is the abstract of this. So f minus g, if we're subtracting two functions of x, we're going to take f of x and we're going to subtract the second function, g of x. All right. That's all notation. Let's do an example so it's not quite as abstract. Okay, so our example, given f of x equals x squared minus 4 and g of x equals 2x plus 1. Find f plus g of x. We're going to try to add these two functions before. Okay? And then we'll subtract them here in a few minutes. So f plus g of x, remember, that is just saying take the f function, x squared minus 4. That's our f function. Add to it the g function. What is the g function? 2x plus 1. Okay? Adding functions is as simple as combining like terms. So x squared, there's no other x squared terms, so there's no like term. So it's just x squared. How about negative 4? The like term would be plus 1. Well, what's negative 4 plus 1? Negative 3. And then 2x, there's no other x terms, so just x squared minus 3 plus 2x. That's combining like terms. We do want to write this in standard form, highest degree to lowest degree terms, so adding is just combining like terms, x squared plus 2x minus 3. That's my answer. Okay? Let me scroll a little if this is going to let me. I think so. And zoom about where we had it. All right. And so now we want to find f. So this is further example. Minus g. How do we subtract the functions? Okay, f minus g of x. So f minus g of x, recall. We take the f function, x squared minus 4, and we're going to subtract the g function, 2x plus 1. Okay, got a little sloppy there, 2x plus 1. And a subtraction, guys, is a little tougher. Subtraction, guys, take the minus sign and distribute it like it's a -1. So this will be x squared minus 4. That'll become minus 2x and minus 1. And then it's combining like terms. So this is x squared minus 2x minus 5. Okay? That looks a little tough, guys. Here's where we did the adding. Here's where we did the subtraction. Okay? Just so you guys can see there. When I was looking at it, it looked like it kind of all just ran together for me. So let me even divide it here. Here's my addition problem. Here's my subtraction problem. Okay? Make that look a little neater for you. So adding, guys, and subtracting is just combining like terms. Okay? If you wanted an additional problem, here is a good practice. Here is a good practice problem. F of x given f of x equals x squared plus 5x plus 2 and g of x equals 3x minus 2. Find f plus g of x, and you could do the subtraction as well, f minus g of x. So that's a good practice problem if you wanted to do some more. That'd be a good place to start. Guys, even though this f1 has 3 terms, it's a trinomial, guys, still just combining like terms. Okay, I'll make note of that. Add and subtract, just combining like terms. You might want to make a note of that, okay? Combine like terms. All right. Let's get on to the multiplication and divide. Multiply and divide. All right, so multiplying and dividing, what's that look like? So f times g of x. Okay, guys, it's just multiplication. F of x times g of x. Again, this is notation, kind of the abstract of it. F divided by g of x. Okay, so you write the f function on top divided by the g function, guys. What is a little tricky on division, guys, we all know you can't divide by 0. You can't take a pizza and divide it into 0. Okay, you can't divide by 0. So it's important to understand that g of x cannot equal 0. That bottom function, g of x, there's a point where it can't be 0. Okay, we can't divide by 0. So That's going to impact us. I'll do an example here where we divide, and I'll show you guys what g of x can't equal. All right. So let's do an example. On a page, g of x can't equal page here. Example. So this is our multiplying and dividing example. Given f of x equals x squared plus 7x plus 12, and g of x equals 3x minus 4, find each function. Okay. The directions also say indicate, and this will be on your homework, any restrictions on the domain. Because that last part has to do with when we divide. So we'll worry about that on the second part of the problem here. Let's do the multiplying first. Let's find f times g of x. Okay, so f times g of x. That's going to be take the f function, x squared plus 7x plus 12, and multiply it by the g function, 3x minus 4. Okay, so multiplying, guys, this is really similar to foiling. Okay, you're going to take, I'm going to use some colors again. You're going to take 3x, and you're going to multiply it by all three of those numbers in the first one. So you're going to get 3x times x squared. That's 3x times x squared is 3x cubed. 3x times 7x. 3 times 7 is 21. X squared plus 3x times 12. 3 times 12 is 36x. And you're going to do the same thing for negative 4. You're going to take negative 4 and multiply it by x squared. So negative 4x squared. Negative 4 times 7x, negative 28x. Negative 4 times 12, negative 48. All right? And then it's just combining like terms, okay? No other x cubed numbers, so 3x cubed. X squared, 21 minus 4, so 17x squared. 36 minus 28, that's positive 8x. And then negative 48 by itself. So that's what happens. That's what we get when we multiply two functions. And then, so this was our multiply step. This was our multiplication. Now we're going to do a divide one. Okay? F of g, or f divided by g of x. And so that f function goes on top, x squared plus 7x plus 12 over 3x minus 4, g of x. Guys, remember we have to say 3x minus 4 can't equal 0. That's that part if I go 0. Guys, what is g of x? G of x is 3x minus 4. So 3x minus 4 can't equal 0. So guys, the dividing, guys, we're just going to write it as a fraction for now. Here in a chapter or two, I'll show you guys a couple of ways to divide polynomials. Not terribly worried about it right now, so we're going to leave it as a fraction. The indicate restrictions on the domain, that part, I want you guys to simplify this. Guys, this is like an anti-equation. What can x not equal? So add 4. Well, that would give you 3x can't equal 4. Divide by 3. That gives you that x can't equal 4/3. Okay, so simplify that part. But the rest of the fraction, guys, we're just leaving it as a fraction. Sorry, had a little hang up, guys. 3x. Still struggling with the technology a little bit. -4. Okay. So that would be our answer. Okay. I think you guys should be good to go into your Canvas. You guys, your homework is there. Make sure you're reading everything when you're doing your homework. You're gonna have to show all of your work. That's gonna be part one of the questions, is submitting your work. Make sure it's clear. Guys, you should write out steps just as I have. Guys, I've been doing this for a long time. I have to show work. Okay? So show all your work. Your answers are going to be typed in. If you're not sure how to type mathematical equations, I'm going to make a brief video where I do that as well. So stick around. You can watch that video if you want to know how to type equations, okay? Thanks for watching. And yeah, see you guys all later.